marathons, the hardest thing I've ever done.
I felt like I'm going to shit myself.
Insanely hard.
How I ran a 3:13 marathon with no taper and finished third female overall.
Yeah.
Believe me, but I literally just met a random guy, I don't know how old he is, like 40, in the hostel. In the kitchen, I was eating my pasta, and he's running 12 marathons in 12 months. So he's also running the marathon tomorrow, and he doesn't speak English, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna pace your marathon, help you. So we are suffering together.
$6K, 10K in 45 minutes, half marathon. It's really hard. The hills are crazy. 34K, fucking insanely hard. So I just finished as the third female in Madeira marathon, but I have 1 hour till award ceremony. I'm absolutely dead. I have no words. That was so hard again. One of the hardest thing I've ever done. Every marathon is the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm gonna take a shower. Now it's really windy and it's getting cold. I'm getting cold because I'm toasted. My pacer after 28 kilometers disappeared. I don't know what happened with him. I could not ask what was happening. He explained to me what happened afterwards, but I did not understand the word, obviously, because he speaks Spanish. It was super tough. Like it's written as a flat course. It's the hilliest marathon I ever ran, and like there were 5K loops and like 3K loops. And I was on most of the course. I was a fourth female. But then, after like 26 kilometers, the girl, she started running, I don't know what happened, a little slower, but it's life. I literally finished the race. I didn't even film me finishing the race. And then I finished, and there was one guy from the hostel we were driving to together all to the start line. He was like, how was the marathon? How was it? I was like, where's the toilet? Where is the toilet? Because literally, I haven't experienced that type of race, like when it's literally coming out. Not like my stomach was not hurting, but it's just coming out. About to come out. But in this race, they did not really give anything except like bananas and water afterwards, finishing. And even if you wanted to do massage after, you had to pay 20 euros for a 15-minute massage. What? Why? It's not for free, but oh my god. I'm glad it's done. I'm so happy. I'm proud that I did it. It's finished. Fuck yeah. Fuck.
I'm aware that you're already into this video and haven't heard any good race recap. It's coming afterwards, but I got third overall and first in my age group, and believe it or not, crazy thing happens. Second place in men's category also got a Latvian, and he said that I need to go to Lanzarote marathon next year because he there also won, but okay, he's a 2:30 marathon runner. That's nuts. But afterwards I got some prizes, also my first ever prize money, and here's a recap.
I know I shouldn't start that fast for like recent 2 races, like the one I did in Malaga last month and this one. I always start like really kind of quicker than usual and makes me kind of tired during the halfway. So next time I'll try to make it like slower. from the start. Like,
But the overall, the outcome?
not bad, I have to say, but apparently it's not my best days. I mean, my first half marathon is even faster than this.
He ran a 1:23 marathon.
Yeah, I mean, my personal best for marathon, for the second half marathon is even faster than this one.
What is your personal best?
For the marathon,
Half marathon.
120.
Okay.
So 123 is kind of low.
Yeah.
It's pretty low.
But it also was really hilly.
Yeah, that makes sense. And a lot of returns, so
Turns, yeah.
still I think I need to train more and I need to change the way of training, apparently. Yeah.
And not going to bed at 3 a.m.
That doesn't affect me.
That apparently doesn't affect some people. Going to bed at 4. I could never.
It's okay, I had fun. I mean, I hang out with friends all the time, so I mean, it's a bad thing to deal with a bad weather in Finland during winter.
True. So yeah, it's really hard running when you're in Finland.
Yes, there's always snowy. I mean, I really like the cold weather actually, but I hate snowy ground.
Believe it or not, you're not extremely hungry after running a marathon because your body has been into extreme stress.
Today, if you show your marathon number, which I have still on, you can get on a bus for free. And I can't miss a chance to just take free bus, but also explore Hawaii of Europe, aka one of my top 5 dream destinations. So basically, we took the bus a little outside of the city center, and the first views are incredible.
I can't decide if I want to bother you with my traveling clips in this marathon video, what I did after running a marathon, but I will just include few of the clips from after the marathon, aka the marathon day. We walked, it was so nice promenade, super beautiful, super wonderful, highly recommend. And I feel like maybe also I was not feeling that bad the next day because I walked out everything. I didn't sit down for the rest of the day. I kind of flushed out everything by walking for 2 more hours or something like that. We got back around 6 p.m. Just like a casual walk, right? 2 hours. It's 8:40 a.m. the next morning. It's crazy that yesterday at this time I had ran already half marathon. And it's supposed to be really, really rainy today. Currently no rain, but that's good because I don't have to run in rain. Why I'm even running right now, about to run, it's because the gym is 5k away and I'm going to do a push day, nothing crazy, but yeah, it's definitely really windy. And it's just how I feel overall I feel pretty good, except my Achilles and my ankles are really tight, but except of that, I'm fine. Like my hips doesn't even hurt. They don't even hurt that much. Not at all. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel them way more than today. Yeah. Other than that, everything's mostly fine. A proper marathon recap is here. I'm filming this 3 weeks after. Madeira trip was one of the best trips of my life. Highly recommend this island. Literally 11 out of 10. Anyways, how I ran a 3:13 marathon with no taper and finished 3rd female overall. I decided to sign up for this marathon because some of my runner friends mentioned that there's a marathon in Madeira. I was like, damn, Madeira is my top 3 dream destinations to go to, like in my high list of top list of places I really want to visit. So on December 31st, it was the last day to register. 1 hour before registration closed, I signed up. Then a few days later I bought the tickets. And my basically idea about races, my plan for races is that I try to not think about them as long as I possibly can, because I pretty much like when you sign up for something quite spontaneously, even though I'm living and by this quote, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, because I'm always training for something. I don't know what, sometimes I don't know. Right now I know. That will go forward in the video. But then if you watch my previous video, which is 24 hours before running the race, I flew with 2 flights to Madeira. I went to bed like 1 a.m. We got to Madeira on Saturday 1 a.m. Day before, picked up the race bib. It's literally the smallest marathon I ever ran. I feel like so little amount of people running the half marathon way much more, but full marathon, especially females, also not many. I set my alarm, woke up, and I was staying in a hostel, and I went to the kitchen at 6 a.m. and there are other people eating breakfast. I was like, hey guys, why are you all up? They're like, well, we're running the marathon. I was like, hello, me too. Then we went to the bus stop where the bus took us to the marathon start. And let me tell you, the marathon started right before a hill, like a steep hill. It literally was the start. And I was starting to race with my pacer, a random guy I met 12 hours before a marathon. I put the clip previously already. And first hour, it was pitch dark because we started at 7 a.m. Definitely my thoughts of why am I doing this crept in pretty quickly, because the thing is, I finished marathon and I'm like, this is horrifying. I signed up for the next one really soon afterwards. But the mental thing with 5 times running 5k loops and the hills. You know, I live in Latvia, it's completely flat. There's nothing. The highest hill probably is running up the bridge, and it's not like the New York City bridges that feel like they will never end. It's a bridge over a river. It's not Hood Zone River like in NYC. Anyways, that was super tough. At least I knew when the hills are coming, because after loop 1 I was like, yeah, we'll have to do this 4 more times. And then after that, those 5 loops, there was a stretch really downhill it was like 30k in, where you need to not trip over yourself because it's really steep down. And then we ran to the path by the water where we had to do 3 times 3k loops. And I mentioned this previously in the video. Around 32k mark, I felt like I'm going to shit myself. That feeling, I was trying to not think about it or try to not shit myself, because yeah, it was coming. It felt like it's coming out, but I had 12k to go, and also I could not stop because I could not lose my 3rd spot. So yeah, definitely the hardest, not hardest, but the toughest feeling overall, knowing in the marathon I have 12k to go and I really need to go to the toilet. Those hills definitely, like you can see here my split. There were some kilometers where yeah, my pace was way off. Actually on kilometer 38, I went to my phone to the Strava pace calculator to see if I will break the 3:15 mark, which was my original goal in the hilly marathon, which apparently is not hilly at all. No, it was really hilly. And here also there weren't many pace groups. Like, you know, in big marathons there are, like, for example, 3:10 or 3:15, 3:20, 3:30, 3:45. Here was only 4, 3:30 and 3 and 4:30. The last few k I was like, okay, I was already thinking about what I will say in the video after I finish. That's how I kind of get by when it gets hard, thinking about what I will say afterwards, that I did it, that I freaking hit my goal, blah blah blah. And I finished the finish line, across the finish line at 3 hours 13 minutes and 51 seconds. That's the chip time. I crossed the finish line. I didn't even have the time to think, oh my god, I did it. I was like, where is the toilet? I got the 2 free bananas, ran to the toilet, and then I felt normal. But imagine, I finished 3rd and I got 0 race photos. I went through 17 folders of photos from the marathon and I was in 1 picture where I was behind someone. What do you mean? What the hell? Anyways, after the race, I sat down a little bit Then I went to the hostel back, showered, then I went to the awards ceremony, and then we went hiking. Afterwards, not hiking, but walking, exploring a few hours later. Really nice walk, and yeah, after marathon, I did walking. And that day, tell me you ran a marathon without telling me you ran a marathon. 50k steps. I mean, I finished the marathon at 12 p.m., but like, not 12, but everything pretty much finished. What am I supposed to do? Sit in my bed for the rest of the day when I'm in Madeira? No. And how my recovery went? The real question, right? My recovery after running 42 kilometers. I feel like with each marathon I run, I feel better after each marathon. My Achilles, as I said previously, I felt them like 3-4 days into it. Days leading after the race, because they're so tight around my ankle and my Achilles that it feels if I would do fast movements right when I wake up, that they could, like, the joint could break apart. Oh yeah, they're super stiff and super tight. Obviously in the next week I was exploring Madeira. Like 2 days later, I was like, we were in a hike, I was like, why do I feel tired? I was like, oh wait, it's because I ran a marathon 2 days ago. No, I did not crash in the bed 3-4 days, not move. I went to the gym. I had to run because I had to get to the gym because I don't want to pay for a bus. That is the story of how I run a 3:30:13 marathon. What is my next goal? Sub 3:10 in May in Riga, in the country, in the city I live in. It's a flat course. If the weather is not hot, I might be able to do it. Again, I was racing in carbon shoes. Carbon shoes save lives. Literally, they do make you 10% faster. If you don't believe me, well, that's your fault. I used to be like, what do people say about these carbon shoes? Like, how good they can be. Until I got them 12 hours before my previous marathon, raced them and ran a 10-minute PB, and I felt so good. Like, when you put on carbon shoes, you don't want to put any other running shoes ever on again. This just all shows you that you can do hard things and you can do so much. This is my first ever marathon time. 3:57, a year and a half ago. This is my recent marathon PB, 3:13. And I'm not a fast runner. I can't sprint. I can't do all these things. Like 90% of the people could outsprint me because I don't have fast twitch muscles, but I can run at a medium pace for a long time. But no, this pace, 3:35 average, is not medium pace. The thing is, in my workouts, I barely maybe am able to run for 1-2k at this pace. And then I go into the race and I run it for 42 kilometers. Like, that's the thing with me and like training. If you would calculate your training paces, like run this amount of Ks in your 5k, 10k pace, I'm like, I can't run in that pace for not even a kilometer. Like, run at your 10k pace for 5k, 3k. I'm like, I can't do it even for 1k. I can't. Like, that's the thing. Anyways, comment down below what is your running goals, dreams. My dream, this is a journey to sub 3-hour marathon. This is pretty much marathon 1 of my journey to sub 3-hour marathon. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not this year, but I know that one day I will run a 3-hour marathon, sub 3-hour marathon, because I have proven to myself that with consistency, with dedication and discipline, you can, even if you're not naturally gifted runner like me. I'm not fast, I'm not strong, naturally, it's just hard work, pure hard work by years. I've been running for 2.5 years. Long runs are the things that make or break your marathons or races. Literally, do long runs, kids, and stay consistent. No matter if it's minus 10 degrees, plus 30 degrees, nothing happens if nothing happens. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you can support me, I qualified for Hyrox World Championships in Chicago, but I need your support because I can't afford going there. I have my GoFundMe found and link down below, also my PayPal. So if you can, please support me. Ciao! Subscribe and see you in the next one. Does it really